Today's episode of PJ and the Beard, we're going to look at the Mjolnir from Mythos, more specifically the Wildwood Guitars edition.
Right, and I became familiar with this guitar watching 5 Watt World. He did a whole episode on the Klon, and there were some things going on. Saw it, went out, just signed up for the waiting list.
Right.
Time has gone by, pedals come in. We were talking about this earlier. There's like this mystique around the Klon, right? So we got this a couple weeks ago, and it's been sitting over there. We're just kind of nervous to jump into it.
Right.
There's different schools of thought on how to use it. There's different schools of thought.
Yeah, it's intimidating just because I think it ups the game, right? Everyone has a high expectation. The pedal build and the sound is fantastic. So what I'm about to say has nothing to do with Zach's pedal. It has everything to do with, like, when people are clicking through YouTube, let's look at a Klon. Well, they expect, like, top-notch playing. I think the expectations are here because it's such a mythical. It's easy for me to say. Mythical. Pedal. Yeah. Yeah. See, it makes me nervous. I wasn't lying.
Even beyond the playing, I think there's this, like, is it to use it as a boost with the gain all the way off? Do you put the gain on? And like different schools of thought, and people seem to be pretty passionate about which school of thought they fall in line with and stuff. And so all of this to say, we don't care about any of that. like we have a new pedal. We're going to approach this the way we approach pretty much every pedal we check out. Like, how does it? What do the knobs do? How do we get a sound that we're happy with, that we like? Right. We're not stacking it in the stuff in this episode. We're just we're just checking out the pedal. And so what we thought we would do is real quick kind of run through the features of the pedal, and then we pre-recorded a clip, me playing, clip of Pat playing, and we'll sneak those in, and that's how we're going to do it. So for a reference tone,
yes, the Revolta Mondata 8 through the Tyler JT22. I just tend to run all the pickups because I can. Amp reverb.
And sometimes we do pedals where it's like, well, if we're doing a $30 pedal, let's get a lower end guitar. Let's, whatever. We're thinking about stuff like what might people use.
Right.
When you get to a pedal in this kind of price category, with this kind of build, this kind of boutique pedal, we just kind of felt like tonight, no holds bar, we can play whatever we want.
Right.
All right, so we're using the Revolta. All right, so let's jump into the pedal. You have an on-off switch. You have a volume or a gain, a treble, and an output.
Right.
So why don't we just keep this kind of short? I'll click the pedal on, you play, and I'll turn some knobs, and we'll see.
All right.
Just let people get an idea of the range of the knobs.
All right. Told you it makes you nervous. I messed up a G chord. Like, what, second, third chord you ever learn?
I wasn't just saying that was somewhere in that treble spot. Zach must have messed up and makes the G sound out of tune. Yeah. So you hear people like that use it to boost.
Yeah.
And then you hear people that say and they say it's not a gain pedal, and then there's people who say, well, it is a gain pedal, and then I don't know. I got the feeling from that it could be a gain pedal.
It could be.
Yeah, you know, you could use it for that easily. So, should we set up the 2 clips and then?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Do you want to do yours first or second?
Let's do second, so I see how you set yours up.
Great. All right, so I sat down and played with it a little bit and thought, wow, there's like that edge of breakup thing that's real nice, especially with the volume knob. You roll your volume back, the pedal cleans up real nice. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to get a little bit of the breakup on it, keep the top end in, be able to roll the volume back. I grabbed the Michael Dolan custom. Like I said, we're not even worried about it. Michael Dolan custom guitar, because it actually has 2 PRS McCarty pickups in it. You can split the coils. For some reason, these pickups split sound really great in this guitar. It might be they sound great in any guitar, but you know, particularly the brass saddle, the brass nut. Right. I don't know, but there's a really
nice ringing chiminess to it
that I thought would go well with that.
It's like pairing a fine wine and a cheese together.
So that Dispatch Master had the coil split sometimes, unsplit the coil, went between the front and the back pickup, and rolled the volume around a little bit, and I guess it sounded a little something like this.
So that is how Jason dialed it up, because he's on the pedal. I figured I'd let him go first.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was playing Jason's 335 and the glorious Hampstead Soundworks signature analog tremolo that Tim from Hampstead said it sounds lovely, and he wasn't kidding. So I was just playing this with the 335 under what Jason was playing over there on the Dolan. And for the clip that I ended up playing, I kept the 335. And I find that pedals that I try not to have an expectation of pedals, like especially ones I'm not familiar with. So I thought, well, I love gain. I'm self-proclaimed gainiac. I thought, well, what happens if I try to push the gain back as far as I can, like back? So I used the 335. I tried to use I used the neck wide open. And then when I went to like the treble pickup, I tried to roll the tone back a little bit and dig in a little bit more. So I played it in a way that maybe I wouldn't play an overdrive pedal because I was trying to figure out what to do with it. So this is what I did with it.
So that's how Pat dialed it up. I was playing under him, stuck with the Michael Dolan, split the coils, and then speaking of, it's like we went all out on this one. Like let's
take the most
top shelf all the way as far as pedals went.
Right.
I pulled the micro vent out and was able to kick it between fast and slow a little bit, and just a beautiful pedal. Lovely as well.
It is lovely. That's right.
So
it was made in Germany, but it's lovely.
Right. So that's our first kind of experience.
Yeah.
We've done a couple other Klon type pedals.
Right.
But I think we've never played a Klon.
No, I've seen one. I've been in the room with an actual original one, but I've never touched it. I've heard one.
Right. So it's kind of like the Dumble amp thing. You know,
Right.
We don't know if the Dumble pedal sounds like a Dumble amp because we never played it, but we do know it sounds good. Right. So it's interesting. And for me, I was saying to Pat, I like the way you can get it to have that just little bit of breakup. Like, I don't want it as a clean boost.
Right.
I want it to have a little bit of that breakup. So when you roll your volume all the way up, there's that little bit of grit there. I like that. Your thoughts?
Yeah, for me, again, I'm just trying to figure out how to use it, right? Because I don't use my volume knob that much. So I tried to like maybe vary the tone, vary the pickup. But like I said, I had the gain way back. But I thought overall, when we play something like this, it can coax something different out of you. I'm not sure it was my best playing by any means, but it's a really great sounding pedal. And I gain down, treble up is not the way that I normally play, but I thought it sounded really good. And certainly, as we're filming this, congratulations to Zach Broyles for moving out of his home, and now he's going into a bigger business area, and he's going to be producing more stuff, and he does such a great job. And
well, that's one of the other things too. We've been really excited and for a long time wanted to get a Mythos pedal that we could try out.
And you went big.
Yeah, I figured if we're gonna get one, let's go to the top. So, anything else?
I don't think so. I'm looking forward to trying to explore it a little bit more when the camera's not on, when I'm not so...
Right. Well, and I think it's going to end up maybe on a pedal board or two, and then, try it in some actual live situations and stuff like that, get a better handle on it. But anyway, that's it. That's the Mythos. Down in the comments, we're not opposed to hearing, constructive advice on how to use it. What would you do? What would you pair it with? How do you like to use it if you're into the Klon type pedals? It would be great. We'd love to hear from you. Maybe we'll try it out. And I think, other than that, always like to take a moment, thank everybody for subscribing, clicking the notification bell, hitting the like button, commenting. Anytime you interact with the show, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, really helps us out, helps us keep doing cool stuff like this. Stop by the website and check out the stuff that we have going on over there. And as always, thank you to our members. We appreciate your support of the show. And with that,
I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard Reminding, no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear.